Listen, man, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Glad you guys passed through the studio, man.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I got to say, big up to the Morgans, because don't matter what's going on in your careers, Grammys, you know, the tourings, you always find time to stop at the Sound Chat studio just to hold a vibe with me and let us know what's going on.
Family,
right? So much to talk about. I think the last time you guys were in the studio, Mojo, you weren't here.
No.
You're always missing Mojo.
Yo, I'm on it. You know, bobbing and weaving, pounding the pavement. You know what I mean?
But it's always good to have the family in studio. Of course, myself and the Morgan Heritage go way, way, way back. Yes. The last time you were here, we were talking about the Grammys. You know what I mean? And the receiving of the Grammys, and you know, and just the impact that it has made. You know, Morgan Heritage. Somebody from the block, somebody from Bushwick, now has a Grammy in the name of reggae, right? How has that changed? Like, what has life been since that whole acceptance of the Grammy?
Life has been good, man. I mean, we brought it home, New York. You know what I mean? We made good on the promise, for sure. You know, right down the road, farmers, 12 tribe of Israel. All Israel. We did it for Israel. Amazing. But, you know, it not really changed us in any way, shape, or form. It changed people's perception of us. And it opens different doors and put our name in different conversations.
So musically, has it opened doors musically?
Musically, somebody's going to approach you different. It's going to be the promoter them are going to approach you different just based on, well, now Grammy artists now. And people like Live Nation and AEG, they're going to know that because it's the caliber.
No more working early at the stage show.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Well, actually, it's still happening. It's still happening. But it's just the approach different, and then your name is being called in circles that it wasn't being called before. You know, people like in Jamaica, I'm probably like, oh, it's Heritage and Bus already, man. That might not get old now. Like, oh, okay, I'll take it. But still, yet, you know, when you look at the charts, you know, you see the reflection on what's happening with the music, you know. But people still around the world, we not play South Korea yet. We not play Dubai yet. We not play. There's places in the world that we haven't been to Brazil yet, which is just going to happen in November. And people is like, after 20 years, you're just playing Brazil. So there's still work to do.
But there's places that you guys has played that no one has played yet. And you know what I mean? One thing, because I look at your touring and the footprints that you guys are making in the name of reggae. Mm-hmm. And wow.
Yeah, it's like, no joke.
You guys work.
Even promoting this album, Abracadabra, after we toured Europe, we split up. Mojo and Peter went to Europe. I went to Africa. I went to Ghana and was there in Ghana. And people like you, Chin, you know this conversation about I and I, Rastafari, Selassie. When are we going home?
Right.
When are we going to put up some hospital? And like me and you, we prepared. You see, because we take the education and better ourselves. But our forefathers, that's a sacrifice they made. But there's a lot of people, Rastaman attack for years, repatriation. And I see some of my uncle and father friend them run in Africa, set up party shop, and run out back.
Right.
We're not in that. When we go there, we're looking to have nice things. And that's when we go there and see and say, boy, much Kenya nice, enough. Boy, much Ghana nice, enough. Last year, the first we got Ethiopia. I'm going to Ethiopia, I'm going to come back and say, Ethiopia nice, enough. So, when we go there and sit and I'm like, yo. And it's like, when are we going to make that move? So when we was promoting the album, say, yo, Muan Ghana and promote the album. Because guess what? That translates around the world. It's like when you want to bust in a reggae, you got Jamaica. It translates. It's not that you want to sell records in Jamaica, but it builds your brand.
Right.
You see? So it's an amazing thing.
And I don't know if people understand this, but the Morgan Heritage movement is definitely strong, especially when you're looking at places like Africa and Europe and that whole, you know, that. And how does that feel though to you guys that maybe amongst, you know, the everyday dance hall circles, people like Morgan them, but when you guys go out into the actual world, that love is there.
Appreciate it, and you say the love for the music, like people that love music. Like the one thing is that's happening in Jamaica, our appetite, the flavor, our taste of music is not the same it was 30, 40 years ago. Like you have people where the uptown that's listening to Andrea Bocelli, that's listening to opera. Like Jamaicans know good music.
Right.
But then at the Migla Spanish town, now Migla dance, now the ghetto. and you hear Celine Dion playing.
Right. So we know music.
We know music.
We know music.
But it's going down. It's going down now. Like Mira Chunga goes, it's a fun song. It's fun. But artistically, it's foolishness. But it's a fun song. Bim, bam, bidim, bam, bim, bam, bidim, bam, bam, bang, bidding, badang, bang, bidding, badang. Have you heard the song?
Yeah. No lyrics.
No lyrics,
Bam,
but it's fun for the dance hall.
Right.
But creatively, like you bring that to any
But
music school.
That wasn't really made to be a song, you know. It was a rhythm play and a selector play.
But still,
a song.
But still, let's be professional, Ninja. Let's be professional.
Mm-hmm.
This is y'all paid money for this. This wasn't for free.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking about music business, that makes no sense.
It doesn't.
I'm just saying creative wise, but fun wise, it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
So basically, it was an anomaly, is what you're saying.
It was a man to play music and a man to talk on it. And
so would we say that today we're leaning more towards fun as opposed to just have artistic music out
I think there's so much crazy things happening that music has become an escape or another vice or another something that a substance that you use to stimulate yourself. So if it's all about thinking so much about the serious things, aspects of life and the things going on in the world, everybody watch the news, right? Then it's just more of the same. So the music helps to create it creates its own space within your life. It helps you to cope with all the craziness going on out there.
718-554-8598. Jamari Morgan is in the building. Morgan Heritage is also in the building. I want to bring you guys back before we even speak about the new album and the touring, because I'm seeing reports that you guys are hitting like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 across the world. You know what I mean? Let's go back.
From Grams walking here, I see the smile on his face like, make it.
Grams' face is like, we good.
We're good.
We good. Chin, we don't even need to speak about the Grammy because we're charting right now. We on those charts, Chin. 718-554-8598. Morgan Heritage is in the building. Turn it up, people.
Who's the conscience?
Nobody ask me about what I don't know. I'll sound of the dead who test mighty crown.
Cheers! Ninja, where you find that one there?
Me know hear that up there from it record. I think
Does that bring back memories, Ninja?
What for memories?
Let me interview
we
you
have
for a
to thank
second.
you guys for that special dub play.
It changed your life.
Hold up. We were there. Cornelia Street.
And how was the feeling?
Brooklyn, New York. And we woke up the next day and we heard some really good news. So tell us about it, Ninja. What happened the day y'all played that dub?
It was enormous, trendorious. It was. I'm trying to create words right now.
Life changing.
And what happened to your career after you won that?
It blossomed. It blossomed.
Mighty Crown, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan
People, let me
Heritage.
tell you this story. These 2 Japanese came in our backyard in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and said, "Me want 2 doublet for you." 2 doublet. We want 3 doublet. No, make one plate. I said 1 plate. I'm time we young. Time the baby face I teach you about dub plate. Big up baby face. And the man said, when did Japanese come into the sound man business? And I was like, sure, let's give it to them, man. Imagine we charge y'all nothing for that dub, matter of fact. And then we get up the next man and here say, "Uno no hear who win the clash? The Japanese boy there." I said, I lied. And then a man bring me a cassette. And all you heard was, "I saw no good if this man." And all you heard was this in the crowd. Ooh.
Now,
that's when the play shake.
Yeah, when the play shake.
Nothing for nothing. Like, Morgan Heritage has gotten some good dub plate material over the years.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That Sound Off for Dead. Then you had asked me about Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That was also big for you guys in the dub plate arena.
Yeah, true,
was there any other one that
There's
you could think
one
of?
time we ruined Babyface's career.
Oh my God.
He came to Jamaica. Jamaica.
Leave it for the chat room.
I need Down by the River. But he was very busy at the time. He was very adamant of getting Bounty Killer dub. So, another sound, Bass Odyssey came and said, "Yo, we need the Down by the River."
Oh,
said, we said to you, we get that dub there already.
Please,
no,
stop it.
Me want you to do it this way. I'm saying, Bass Odyssey, drunking Addies in the river. And I was like,
Please stop it.
And the next morning again.
That was it. You got the call.
Please, Graham, stop
Now,
it.
Shame.
That's what I love about sound system culture. We're going to talk about the album, of course, after the break. But this is what I love about sound system culture. When an artist gets that call the next morning after the sound clash, like that creation that was made, and we don't have that much anymore.
It's special.
You know what I mean? That creation when a selector or a soundman is feeling something and brings it to the artist and say, listen, this is the vibe I got for your song. Can you recreate it for me? And the artist say, yeah, man. Recreation, and the next morning you get that call like, yo.
Yeah. 'Cause a lot of times a soundman come and record dub and he spend a lot of money upon that dub and it did nothing in the clash.
Right.
That's dangerous for our artist's career too. But when that dub happens to be the dub in the clash,
very fruitful for artist career.
Yeah, we left out that part, Ninja. It was a mutually beneficial relationship.
it was mutual. We went to Japan, man, the following year, and let me tell you,
Dub.
Vice, oh my God. Because people don't understand the amount of Japanese that come to Jamaica for dub. It's 5 times the amount that came
10.
in.
Nah,
That doesn't come
more
to Jamaica.
than 10.
10. Yeah, more than 10.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
With Vice.
Morgan
Born
Heritage
with-
is in the building if you're just tuning in. They got a brand new album, of course, and it is placing well on the charts all over the world. We're going to talk about that after the break. But for those of you who just need that, that go back in time. We're playing some of the songs that will throw you back in time. Jamari Morgan is also in the building, and I want to take out a little special carve out of this vibe here for talk to him because he has an album, right?
Jamiri.
And Jamiri has this album, and guess what? You know what? We'll talk about it when we get to that.
Stay tuned.
No people come to Jamaica and no know how we live things. Mighty crown a come with. We that jump down over them and light it up.
How?
Now get bad mind.
Just a little, exhibition.
We got to get back in the dub studio.
718-554-8598. Morgan Heritage is in the building. All right, they got a brand new album out. Right, the last time we had a good vibe with them in the studio, it was about the Grammy Award winning album,
Strictly Roots.
Strictly Roots. And now the name of this new project is what?
Avracadabra.
Avra.
And what does that mean?
Kadabra. I want to know what that means.
Yes, tell them.
Avracadabra is, bringing what you desire into reality,
How when people eat them think a magician,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
That's the word.
It's a word of Aramaic
Abracadabra.
origin, right?
Yeah.
Which there are languages like the Hebrew language, the Amharic language, the Arabic language that derive from Aramaic language, one of the most ancient language in the history of man. So now this language now have a word called abracadabra, and through the dispensation of time and different languages, them change it to abracadabra because avracadabra was too difficult to pronounce.
Oh, okay.
And with the different spellings and pronunciations come with different meanings. So when you do your research, we had fun watching people say this and that about the word on social media since we announced the title on Huffington Post earlier this year. So it's one of them things that where you can tell people what it mean, or you can just engage your fandom and say, find out what it mean, and if that's the way you feel it mean, then cool.
Avra.
Avra with a V as in Victor.
Kadabra.
Avracadabra.
718-554-8598. Now, the album entered the reggae iTunes chart, right, at number 3 in Australia, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Number 2 in France.
Yes.
Number 2 in Germany.
Yes.
Number 1 in Italy.
Yes.
Number 2 in Japan.
Yes.
Number 2 in the Netherlands.
Yes.
Number 3 in the UK.
2 in the UK.
And number 2 in the US.
God is good.
So that sounds like
Where you get your information, man? Irish and Chin be doing their homework.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
And just for the record, this is what the difference is when after winning a Grammy, that the awareness.
Right.
That's the difference, because with Strictly Roots, the album came out. It went number 1 in the US, but globally it was like number 6, 5, 9.
4.
Some countries it didn't appear, but now it's like a global domination. So it hit one time globally in like 5-6 different countries that it was in the top 3, top 5.
Does the Grammy add to the touring and the demand to see you guys, or is it just the same as it always been?
A little bit. It's not a big change, but a little bit. People are curious. Let me see. you know. But it's not like a big change.
But this touring that you guys do, you know, and you guys tour for most of the year, correct?
Yeah, right.
Unless you choose not to.
Right.
Right? This has always been this way.
Always.
But I mean, the music
don't have to
dictates that. The Grammy, when Grandpa said, I look a bit, the Grammy don't dictate how much you tour. Because if the music, sometimes people don't understand the Grammy is, it's about a body of people, the Academy, the Recording Academy that votes.
Right.
So it's not a popularity contest. So people that may be very popular may not have won a Grammy, like Snoop Dogg, our brother, nominated 16 times, never won, right? So his touring didn't go down because he never won.
Right.
Snoop plays arenas, you know what I mean? That's Snoop Doggy Dog.
What's the biggest show that you guys have been on since the last time we spoke and had a vibe here?
Last year, Belgium. I want to tell you something. We were supposed to play in our tent, and then which artist did show up late?
Youssou
Ndora,
yeah.
big French Senegalese artist, didn't show up, and he was on the main stage. It was Julian Marley, then Youssou Ndora, and then Youssou was late. So guess who had to fill the spot? It was about 60,000 people.
Wow!
In the middle of Belgium on a festival, and we was like, okay, we'll play. We'll play. So that opportunities like that, just, you know, one of the things, Chin, is that if you get put on the spot in a moment like that to deliver and you don't deliver, they'll never call you back again. Because when we got put in that spot, we were ready to deliver. It's like before I said, train for run 10 miles when you only have to run 5. Because therefore you're prepared. Instead of you say, boy, I'm going to run a race, and you say, how long the race is? 5 miles. Yeah, I'm going to train for 5. You're going to be in trouble.
Right.
That means you're not outdoing your opponent. You have to overtrain.
I see the footage on the internet and so forth, and I see the crowd and the fan base that you guys are having. I know that this album is not going to let you guys down because your fan base is not going to let you down.
Yeah.
And your fan base always wants to be part of the Morgan legacy. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the album. You know, the tracks on the album. Why did that? Is it the same direction as Strictly Roots, or did you go into another direction with the music?
I think we should play the first track off the album and let the music speak for itself.
Mm-hmm. What would be the first track? What track are you requesting?
Want Some More. Featuring Mr. Talkbox, that computerized voice made famous on Bruno Mars' 24 Karat Magic. I know that track. A little something for you.
Yes.
Morgan Heritage. This is the brand new album, and it's called
Abracadabra.
Cheers!
Morgan Heritage and Mr. Talkbox, yeah.
Abracadabra. You want some more? How when it move, yeah, you want some more?
Who comes up with the lyrics for the song? Is it a collective effort?
Definitely. Sometimes Gramps have a melody, Peter have a verse. I mean, you know the story, brother. We give thanks to the way it come, because to be able to continue to do this and find fresh ideas, new melodies and things, it's a gift, man. Like, for me to try and tell you that, oh, this is this and that, and sell it, I had to let the music speak for itself.
It's just natural.
Yeah, we give thanks. You know, Cornelia Street upbringing, Brooklyn.
How many times do you guys have to scrap something when you come up with it? Does that happen often where you're working on a project and then last minute you just say, you know what, not feeling this one?
The music never lie. You know, when we're in the studio and we're working, if something now work, Gramps like I say, yo, me now feel it. But, you know, the funny thing is, if 2 hours feel it or 3 hours feel it, then we have to put it to the test. We put it to the test.
And how do you put it to the test?
We put it to the test by taking the person out of the room that don't believe, allowing the creative process to happen, and then we all get back together and listen. You know, Gramps have a story about a tune called Youth Them Share on the Mission in Progress album, where the tune was done, and me and Peter, they have an idea with an intro with one of our keyboard player named Shanda. So we create this crazy abstract intro, and I got some places like we named Parliament Funkadelic and, you know, George Clinton. And when it was just formulating, Gramps said, yo, now ruin the tune, man. Yo, I wanna do... Nearly kick off, you know. Yo, brethren, yo, now kill the vibes. I said, Gramps, just give me a I know, and you come back. I hear that thing, it's a waste time, yo. When Gramps come back, yo,
sugar.
But you're all siblings, so that's gonna happen in the creative process.
Natural.
Without a doubt, it's gonna happen in the creative process. It's a brand new album, people, that we're talking about if you're just tuning in. It's called
Avracadabra. You gotta get it. Come on. Go back to your American teachers on 12 tribes, Jen. Avracadabra.
There you go.
Cadabra.
Yeah.
Right? 718-554-8598. Just talk to me about the album. Talk to everybody listening in 29 cities across the world.
Man.
You know, why should they go out and support this Morgan Heritage product?
Because it is a move towards the music and moving the music towards the future. If you notice that hip-hop music 30, 40 years ago doesn't sound the same way it sounds today. Rock music has transcended the way it has been from 20, 30 years ago. Reggae is a music that you can still notice, like even some tracks on this album. It still sounds like reggae one drop from 25, 30 years ago. And if we don't start moving the music in the future or try to enhance and incorporate to elevate it, to enhance it, you can still have the core, the base. But we have to enhance it because we will stand by and watch the music grow and stand by and up and, yo, we are the original.
Them time it gone through the gate already.
It's happening right now. Look what I'm going with dancehall. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was like, when sing Ed Sheeran original song.
White lips, pale face.
Like, if you listen to the song, now he's a dancehall artist. Till I Shana come take up one of the tune that talk about bag juice and all these things from the tune. You understand what I say? But it is a dancehall track.
Right.
And then you see Ariana Grande. Like, there's all of these artists now, but all of a sudden when them do it, I had this conversation in the meeting today, that all of a sudden they don't even give respect to say, yo, hey, we were influenced by this genre of music. And
it will never happen.
I'm like...
They just pulled it out the sky.
And then when Beanie Man do a track and then go to radio, they say, well, I can't work that song at radio. It's hard. But here it is. No, we hear dancehall on the radio. Dancehall influenced. But you can hear that it's... Even from when you see Neo to do a track, when he did that track with Vibes Cartel and Spice it cover.
Yes.
When that cover, that was a dancehall track. But you can hear the enhancement of R&B influence into it. You can hear the popping. And that's how the music is going to grow.
So it's time to evolve.
Yeah, for sure. It's time to evolve. That's the only way it's going to grow.
718-554-8598. And I take it that the album, this new album, is evolving. It's the evolving stages of heritage.
We're trying. Like you listen to some of the artists and like you hear what Popcorn is doing. Like you can hear dancehall and his relationship with Drake and you know him out there at the 1 and 2 show and him can't come to America, but he's out there still working. And you see the way the music is evolving. I'm like, yeah, it's like sometimes we sit down and look upon some artists, and that's why we formed our own label, Cool to Be Conscious Music Group. Because even when we won the Grammy, people thought they was like, which label is it? It was our label that did it. The first project that we put out independently. Got a nomination, and then we won.
Which is a great thing.
It was an amazing. We were shocked.
Big up VP Records for teaching us everything we know.
You know? But when you look at certain artists like Tessa and Chin, like Tessa and Chin has sing long time when hidden. You know that. And then all of a sudden she got on The Voice and won. Wait a minute, Jamaica, you missed it. You didn't get the memo. How could she go up on The Voice and win that among some of the best singers in the United States? And Jamaica, she never began at Jamaica. It's because our taste of music is beginning to change. Artists like IKEA, me just didn't watch IKEA. No.
She's wicked.
And me I say, when Jamaica, when?
She's wicked.
When?
Her vocal strength and she's a beast with like, what she does. You know what I mean? She's very good. But it's that old Jamaican thing that we do where we don't co-sign certain people and tell others I'll co-sign them. Right. And then we go, well, they belong to us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know, we were just talking about that today. Exodus was trashed by, was it the Gleaner? Jamaica Gleaner?
Yeah.
Didn't give it a favorable
Bob Marley's
review.
Exodus.
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
Marley. Mm-hmm. That now is the greatest album of all time.
Yeah. One of in the the last millennium.
But how do you guys, when you're making music, do you take all of this into consideration or you just make music?
Good question. The people. All those people right there in the sound chat online right now tuning in, we make music for the people. So, you know, if we change that formula, right, then it's about us. And it's never about us. It's about the people.
Let me go to the phone lines because I see someone calling in from Trinidad. Caller, you're live.
Blessed night to Gramson and Morgan Heritage and
Blessed
Fire.
King, blessed.
Blessed love. Always enjoy the music. Reggae forever and ever. Dancehall style will spoiling the youths and them. We must get up to the consciousness. And you know why you know Grammy? You're not in this association that Snoop Dogg and those entertainers are. You never sell your soul for no money. Blessed
Straight.
love, Rastafari
Give
live
thanks.
forever and never.
Give thanks.
718-554-8598. If you're listening to my voice any part of the world, I got the Morgan Heritage in here for just a little bit. And feel free to call them up and get them, some strength and pick them up and, talk to them about their new project or some of the past projects. They are in the building. They're going to be here for a few. 718-554-8598 is the number in studio. So the album is evolving. It's Morgan evolving, right? How so? Talk to me about this evolution.
Yes, when you hear the first track, which is our roots reggae track, you hear a guy that has that Roger Troutman sound that played on a Bruno Mars record. Bruno Mars' first single when he come back with his new album. And you hear that pan of reggae. That's different. You never heard that before.
Right.
Morgan Heritage with a Stephen Marley and a Ziggy Marley. It took 25 years for that record to make. That's never been done before. So when you hear that, it's like, whoa, Morgan Heritage, Ziggy Marley, and Stephen Marley, where has that been done before? Never been done.
So you're bringing new things to the table.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and creating the album all over the world, from Nairobi to Zimbabwe, Malawi, Reunion Island, where that tune with Ziggy Marley and Stephen Marley, everything was recorded in a hotel room. Recorded in Peter hotel room. Gramps say, yo, we say, have the idea, Pete. We're calling all of the musicians, them record it. Stop in a Paris on the way back, put on the live drums. Go sit in with Raga Miami, record him vocals, Zigman, get him vocals. And, if you see how this album come together and have these different cultures and energies from all over the world in the album, it's a real global affair. So, I think the music should talk.
Let's listen to that track.
One family.
One family.
718-554-8598. Call up and you can speak to Morgan Heritage.
And shout out to our family in Springfield, Massachusetts, those in tune to 105.1. Big up our family.
Get the album.
Anis, Uncle Mike, my son Carly, Junior, Jeffrey, the whole
Get
family.
the album.
25 years.
Yes, sir. 25 years. I remember the first time we met. We went to Mexico in 1994 and we met Kimani Marley
Junior Gang.
and Junior Gang.
Yeah.
That's the first time we ever met Marley. 1994.
We didn't know Julian. Julian come at this
We didn't know
studio
Julian
before Stella bring him
one
come
time he
at
came
Cornelia
to
Street.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then they were playing in Central Park. That was about 96.
Exactly.
About 96. And they had family something in the park.
Marley Magic.
Marley Magic.
Yeah.
That was years ago. Google this stuff, people. And then, so we and D-Man was friends at the time. D-Man not even have no dreadlocks. We had a little bob, like a little. and we say, yo, we said, no, I meet Ziggy. Like, Ziggy was like, it was Ziggy. You know what I said? Bob said, I'm coming back on a Ziggy bridge. It was like, Ziggy. And then he said, come. And then we went to the dressing room and it was just like, yo, respect, man. It was like, one time we live at Brooklyn and Bushwick. So it was just like, just to meet a Marley from Jamaica, it was blown away. And that was the first time we ever meet. And then we moved to Jamaica and me and Ziggy get real close. We did a song, but was Amadou Diallo. Remember that when the guy that get shot?
Yes.
41 shots?
Yeah.
Amadou Diallo.
Yeah, something like that.
You remember that?
Yes.
And then we did a song together, which was Bonnie Wheeler, Yami Bolo, Morgan Heritage,
Buju
Bantan. And him see the way we are producer, and I said, wait, them you are different. I said, but not producer. And I said, yeah, we produce music too. And what? He said, come check me tomorrow. And we went back the next day and started work on some stuff. And so from this, the relationship, and then Mojo and Steven is like, you see like how me and Buju stay? That's a Mojo and Steven Marley. So it's like a family. And Kimani Marley as well, very close.
How long did it take for you guys, just bringing you back, right? How long did it take for the heritage to evolve? Because I remember when we were all growing up together, it was just the 12 tribe, and it was the celebrations, and you guys used to get ready to entertain 12 tribe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How long did it take before it got from leaving the stages of 12 tribe to stepping on the stages of the world?
It probably take about 10, about between 5 and 10 years, because about mid-80s, about 84, we start play, about people like Judy Mowatt, Freddie McGregor, Sister Carol, our father, Denry Morgan, and several of the 12 tribes of Israel artists, visionaries.
I remember those celebrations where, you know what I mean, as kids, and I say this all the time, like, when we were at the HQ and we wanted to kind of just get away from the elders, we would all just go huddle down in the basement. You guys remember the basement?
Yes.
I have a question, right? Your whole 25 years of doing music,
Yeah.
success and all that. Mm-hmm. If you have to change anything, what would that be?
Practice more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And learn the next language, because we travel so many places and sometimes we behave like typical American where we'll go in a Paris and I look on the man I sell with local pizza or, you know, a piece of fish or something, and where I tell the man, don't you speak English?
You're going on next man to country and tell him to speak your language. That's a form of disrespect.
Yeah,
so by traveling, you get to understand and learn.
It's very difficult too.
Things.
Like really, like because we've been to places in the world where no English. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And it's worse because most of the time we're with Mighty Crown, so people are looking at us like, well, how does this work? These guys are Japanese. You guys want us to talk English? What's going on here? So we're talking about the album. The phone lines are ringing, which is suspected. I know the phone lines was going to start ringing. The album, of course, we only went through 2 tracks. There is one track that I guess you guys are trying to save until a little later in the conversation.
Yeah.
But the Reggae Nights seems to be what everyone is talking about on the album so far.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm looking at some of the publications and it's Reggae Nights, Reggae Nights, Reggae Nights. Everyone is talking about this Reggae Nights.
Yeah.
But where do you want to go next? Let me take this call and then you take us where we want to go.
Yeah,
Call you live.
Yeah, man, bless your Morgan Heritage, the whole of Brooklyn, Bushwick, and bless up them, from Father David House. Up
Bless
like
it.
7 was there,
Bless, brother.
David
Bless.
House, I couldn't eat me Stevie Harry, brother, this,
Bless it, King, man.
Respect.
Yeah, man, go on, do you think, my favorite song, let me tell you about Brooklyn, I'm going to love the rest of the song, them,
Yes, I.
Respect.
Respect.
Yeah,
Give
man,
thanks,
a
Papa.
long time.
Get the new album Avracadabra. Download it, stream it. I got VP Records and get it.
So what is the next track that we're introducing to those who are listening across the world right now on Soundchat Radio from the brand new album?
You play a tune by a youth where we really I watch him career over the last 3 years, and a group of artists, the Chronics, the Protege, Janine, and 2 other artists named Dre Island and Kabaka Pyramid. So there's this song on this album, Big Up a Brethren Riff Raff out of Jamaica, we provided the backing track, that we really want to show people say, we ain't going to be around forever, right? And it's important, as you talk about Reggae Night, to pay a tribute to those that came before us, but also endorse those that are coming next. So this is about that intergalactic generation, that these youths that are doing conscious reggae music out of Jamaica right now are engaging worldwide.
How is that? Before we go to the track, how is that? That vibe amongst the Morgan Heritage and these younger bands coming up? Because actually, you guys have been a band from beginning.
Yes.
Probably the only, from start to now, you've been, touring and playing your instruments.
Yes.
You're right.
And now, we see that these young acts are doing the same exact thing.
Raging Fire.
Do they look up to you guys?
Yeah, I want to tell you, like, even some of our musicians in our band now, when we did live in Belgium, and the album is called Live in Europe, 2000,
yeah.
these guys was taking the album. When we finally meet them 15, 16 years later, them say, yo, how the eye them we study, and we all look like, what? And not realizing it's a 15, 16 year pass, and when we realize, say, we've been doing this thing a long time. When these musicians like Protege Band, them come up to me and say, yo, is that album them study? The same way we used to study live in Paris with Steel Pulse. So it was like, yo, this time is moving enough. Because now you have young musicians studying Morgan Heritage. Most of the musicians that play for Protege is Morgan Heritage. Them study that. That's where they learn to play music. A white reggae band in California named Revolution is Morgan Heritage make them form a reggae band.
One of the biggest bands.
One of the biggest reggae, top of the charts. And his Morgan Heritage was their influence. Chronics, the musicians in his band, is Morgan Heritage. So now we're getting these stories are like, wow. And it make me feel good, say, yo, we've done good work and we've sown good seeds.
Because for a number of years in the history of the culture, there were reggae artists, but not much reggae bands. I don't know if people realize that.
Truly.
You guys been a reggae band from inception.
From the beginning.
And I'm seeing more reggae bands. The kids like New Kingston,
Now everybody's a reggae band.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because that means that we held it long enough to inspire more to come and join this mission. You know what I mean? As a band, not just a DJ or a singer. I respect my DJs and singers, but singers and players of instruments shall be there.
Big up to New Kingston. They're doing well as well. Let's let's listen to this track.
We are
Intergalactic reggae music. We are the future.
Yes, sir.
Love that song there.
You get it? We are the future.
When the first time you hear that song there, that song is well put together. Well put together. Lyrically bad. The way the rhythm is broken down and built up and sung about.
Riff
Thank
raff,
you, sir.
man.
Thank you, sir.
Tell you.
I mean, but you guys are Grammy artists. This is easy for you guys.
Yeah, what's
718-554-8598. Morgan Heritage is in the building. But guess what? Before we sign out to with our streaming partners in Trinidad. By the way, those of you who are listening in Trinidad, do me a favor. I plead this every so often, right? Please call up your radio station and ask for the program director and say, listen, we want to hear Sound Chat all the way up until 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Because you guys are missing some good quality conversations and entertainment, right?
Yes.
But for now, go to irishandchin.com and listen to the rest of the show.
Yes.
Right? Jamiri Morgan is also in the building. I'm going to take a pause, right, for the cause, because I want to make you guys also understand that the heritage legacy just continues to grow.
Intergalactic reggae music. Yeah. A change gon' come. Welcome to the future. Futuristic reggae music.
Welcome to the future. Jamiri Morgan is in the building. Now, let me tell you something. I remember when Gramps just said, yo, me have a son we can do him thing. Sounds good. All right? And then it went from sounding good to me seeing you on stage with your dad and your uncles and, opening up shows until, the world had to admit that, him sound good. He definitely sounds like he is onto something good. Ninja, do you have the first real hit song from Jamiri Morgan? Yeah. The song that was on charts, I believe it charted in Hawaii, Jamiri.
Yeah, Neighborhood Girl.
Yeah, Neighborhood Girl. It was just one of those songs that, very catchy, very, organic, right? Yeah. Neighborhood Girl. But you have a song, and I haven't got a chance to speak to you about the song, but it is one of those songs that you feel, when you hear it, you kind of feel something. It sends you in, it gives you this look of vibe. And I don't know if everybody has the same opinion of the song, but for me, when I heard the song, I'm like, yo, Jamiri at work. He's forming into his, because Neighborhood Girl was like, okay, you're coming in, young youth, and, the kid thing, you know what I mean? Young Justin Bieber, young this, young that. Yeah. But when you came out with the song that I'm going to talk about later on, it was like, okay, you can see the growth and you can see the maturity in the lyrics and you can see that the youth know where my go. 718-554-8598. How is it working with your family, man?
It's a learning experience, man. It's like a sponge, you know what I mean? From the things they eat, how them speak, how them move, how them play around with each other. That means there's a lot to learn from them, and even how they treat people every day. You know what I mean? I seen my father get, even jewelry and shirts and clothes off of just smiling or treating a person good. So,
right.
That same teaching is that same tradition I will carry on. And
are they rough on you? Like, they rough? They're rough. I've seen your dad in action. You know what I mean? Like, and I said to myself, look how Gramps I deal with him, son. I see him, son, father used to deal with him. You know what I mean?
Hey, boy.
Lion.
It's that.
The order, lion order.
It's that just, that militancy and that focusing on your career. Like, we're here to perform and we're here to conduct ourselves as stars. Yeah. So when we are in uniform, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
It's a responsibility I have. You know what I mean? I can't take it lightly. It's my responsibility to carry on the legacy. So I don't have time to, sit down and I waste time, I burn split with people, and it's time to work. And when it's time to work, you have to be prepared.
How has it been though? Like outside of just the recognition of being a Morgan, how has it been for your work? What's the reception that you're getting for your contribution?
People are loving it. You know what I mean? The album the album came out in January, and since the album came out, I've seen the fan base grown from my first
album.
Yeah, the first album out, and the album is just a concept of basically me transitioning from a kid from the first single and to what I am now. And the songs on it talk about it, whether it's a message telling you to try Jah love, or what else? Songs like Shouldn't Have, where I say, yo, I shouldn't have told this girl to move up, or you know what I mean? I still love her. So it's a, like I said, a transition.
How was the writing? Like, who's writing? Or are you getting the writing from the family?
Me.
Or you write it?
Me. I actually collaborated.
He's a better songwriter than me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, can't write for nothing.
I wrote about maybe 95% of the album. I did some collaborations with my Uncle Peter. He helped me out with a song called Good Old Roots. And that's it. That's the only writer I work with on the album. Everything else I wrote on my own.
How does it feel when he comes to you guys and say, I got this ideal in my mind, and when you look at the paper or you hear the demo, you say, yo, this is bad.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It feels good, man.
Very
Sometimes I remember playing some of the songs to Mojo, and Mojo's a bad songwriter. No. Mojo's like, listen, people like the Cranberries and Sting and them songwriters. So when he heard Jamiri, and I said, Mojo, what do you think about that song? And see the face you're chin? Man, let's go so.
Yeah, that's
when you see that bulldog face, you're like, come on, because we don't want to force anything. And
Jamiri was one of those. He's one of those young artists that you know from the beginning that you, Jeff, him get the right guidance and him get the right discipline, he can turn out to be a decent artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? So let me take you guys to where it begun. Where I had the first pleasure of meeting up with Jamiri Morgan and saying, okay, yeah, he's on to something good. So we can say this was the youthful days, because you're a big man now. Youthful days.
Bought a dozen roses, walked up to her and said, baby, hold this. Everybody eyes pop out. There's a girl in my neighborhood. Everybody wants her and I want her too. But I too much and watch it. I'm trying to get to her, but everybody's watching. Yeah.
So it started there, Jamiri, right? And you started to go on tour with your family, and you started to open up with that. You had a couple of other songs, but that was the show.
That was the
big song for you, right? And then, I got my hands on this new Jamiri song, and it was The Transition.
Yeah.
Right? And the album is called The Transition, but my favorite song on the album is The Transition.
Self-titled
right?
song.
And again, it's one of those songs for me where it kind of just gives you, sometimes people put together a composition that kind of makes you feel, gives you that feeling. And this is one of the songs that gave me that feeling. And then when I'm like, it's Jamiri, like, that song, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a powerful song coming from a young youth. So definitely I want you guys to enjoy this. Big up to everybody who's listening all across the world. Jamiri Morgan is in the studio passing through with the family of Morgan Heritage. And I just want you to take a listen to the future of the Heritage family.
Just another day, owners, dry your eyes. Better day, yeah. It's all a part of your transition, yeah. It's just another day, just another day, just another day. Oh, just dry your eyes. Tomorrow'll be a better day. Listen to Sound Chat Radio.
So we got another premiere here at Sound Chat Radio. And the request is coming down from the Morgan Heritage that them don't want Trinidad for Mr. One, yeah. Right? Now, it's a new feature. Who's featured on this track?
This is a world premiere on Sound Chat Radio. This is Bunji Garlin from Trinidad and Tobago representing, Stoneboy from Ghana, Tamaya from Nigeria, Chub Rock, original Chub Rock. He's a Jamaican.
Yes, he's a Jamaican.
From representing Jamaica, New York. And we have Dre Zion, when you say physically fit, representing Jamaica, and you have this guy that from out of the DJ Khaled camp, which we got a little hip-hop rap on. Listen to the record. His name is Jail, by the way, of the Dominican Republic.
Wow. And it's called what?
Reggae Night, the Global Remix.
Cheers!
World premiere.
A chub, I look for a nice thing to rub. The melanated type that must drink a red stripe.
Morgan Heritage, Trade Zion.
Is there gonna be a video?
Oh, we working on it.
This is an expensive record. Like some people don't know the artist in Pana record.
Yeah.
This is an expensive record.
Shouts to Bungie Garland.
Bungie expensive. Timaya expensive.
Stylo G.
Them know the, if you don't know the artist in Pana record, if you know them artists are expensive.
You gotta do a video. You gotta do a video for this one.
We're gonna do it.
When we come back from the break, I gotta ask you guys why reggae nights though. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't expecting a reggae nights makeover from a Morgan Heritage. Right? So we're gonna talk about that after the break. Big up to everybody who's tuned in. Those of you in Trinidad, if you're leaving us at 9, but please go to IrishandChin.com. Morgan Heritage is in the building.
Yes,
and we got a lot to talk about. Brand new album, of course. Jamiri Morgan is in the place. Drew is in the place. Ninja. Treasure has been quiet all night.
She working on the job. She get a new job.
She working on the African
producer.
So someone asked Fear in the chat room.
Shouts to you and everybody, locked into the Irish and Chin studio, man. Again, when the Morgans come to town, we just hold a vibe. So definitely stay tuned. It is Sound Chat Radio. Turn up your radios loud. Morgan Heritage is in the building, right?
Wow.
And slew of songs. Catalog upon catalog, or some would say lion log of songs, right? Now, we spoke to Jamiri. New generation.
Yes.
Big song, great lyrics, right? And big up to also someone who hit me up from Trinidad, Jamiri, when I played your song, and they sent me a message that says, great positive song. So definitely people in Trinidad are feeling the transition, just as I am feeling the transition. But then you have this unique individual in the Morgan Heritage camp, and I don't know if many of you focus on him as much as you should focus on him, with his unusual Morgan Heritage talent. Mojo Morgan.
Hello.
Now, here at Sound Chat Radio, we just love to put everyone on the spot because it's a spontaneous vibe. You know what I mean? We don't want our interviews, our vibes on the radio to sound like everybody else's show.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yes.
So, Mojo, I know you as a rapper.
Yes, sir.
Right? Are you still rapping?
See, late at night when I blow a little smoke and I take long breaks from my hard day's work, you are the spark that explodes in my heart. Fantasies running wild like no one could imagine.
How does this rapping thing drop in, though? Is it the growing up in Bushwick?
For sure.
Yeah, that's that
We had a very diverse upbringing. Born to Jamaican immigrants in Brooklyn, New York, and then went to Springfield, Massachusetts to get our academic education, and came back to Brooklyn every weekend to get our musical education. It's a beautiful journey, and it created this diversity within Morgan Heritage where we were exposed to BLS, Kiss FM that doesn't exist anymore. DJ Red Alert. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, big up DJ Red Alert. Those are the guys, Fab Five Freddy, Yo MTV Raps. So you were exposed to that being born in America.
Now, I've heard you rap. I've heard you rap for a very long time. But I don't think everybody else that's listening has heard you rap. One of those, go back in your catalog of raps and just give us a rap that is one that you spit often.
I don't spit it often on stage, but I spit it often in my mind, right? So we say, not much has changed up in the game since the days of the 60s. Pimps and Panthers paved the way. Hey, 3,000 miles away in the streets of Brooklyn. Sing, we're cooking. Pop to the head. He dropped the dime on head. DA got what they got, but still the kid is dead. You feel me? With every kick of the clock, we're doing the streets. Got the lock for the peeps with no spot for the streets. Yo, the sea didn't fall too far from the street. And it's... Yo.
Well, if you remember that song. Remember that song, yeah? You know you're a rapper. You remember that song, yeah?
This guy.
Yes, Ninja. Okay. All right, Ninja. Now show off on that radio station there. He got the catalog.
Bring him back in their memories.
Yes, yeah. We need that song.
Yeah, that's it.
The solo years.
So, The album, of course.
Yes.
Again, if you're just tuning in, it's been doing well. All right. Entering the reggae iTunes chart on May 19th. Right.
Yes. Sir.
Now in Australia.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes, sir.
2 in France.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 in Germany.
Yes, sir.
Number 1 in Italy.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 in the Netherlands.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 in the UK.
Yes, sir.
And number 2 in the US.
Yes, sir.
Very good
That
numbers.
was the debut.
It's a blessing.
Yeah. That's the debut.
Yes, sir.
And it's been doing good so far.
Yeah.
Very good. You know, the response has been overwhelming. 'Cause every time you put yourself out there, you take a risk. Big up all recording artists that put themselves out there and create a body of work called an LP or an album.
Why reggae nights?
Yeah. Reggae nights, because sometimes we don't pay respect to our elders enough. We wait till the artist them dead, and then we want to say, oh, a bad artist now, a bad DJ, a bad singer. And it happens too many times.
Say that one more time.
We wait till the artist them dead, especially in a reggae and dancehall community in the with Caribbean music. We wait till the artist dead or pass or till he mash up. We say, boy, is a bad DJ or is a bad singer. Like, you know, and when we say Jimmy Cliff, like the things that Jimmy Cliff was a movie star. He had #1 records, one of the biggest movie in Jamaican film history, The Harder They Come. And still yet, a lot of radio stations that play Caribbean music don't play enough Jimmy Cliff. Some kids today that know a Conscience or a Beanie Man or a Bounty Killer don't know who Jimmy Cliff is. And that's the responsibility. That's what I love about Soundchat Radio. Sometimes when we're up on tour and we can't get no reggae to listen, we tune in online, but we just tuck in and I watch the chat room and just look what go on. Because it's educational. It's like the video, like I remember the day I sat down and watched in my hotel room. I think it was in Australia. And I was watching every YouTube of interview with Josie Wales, Ninja Man, Major Worries, Major Mackerel. I was like, Chin is a genius, because what you're doing is you are documenting the history of the music. And I'm like, I just pray for strength and health for you, because you cannot stop that. Because in the Library of Congress of music, if somebody don't document it, it's going to be like these things didn't exist. And in 50 to 100 years, a man we over in a Timbuktu are going to say, we create reggae music.
And he's going to tell the story the wrong way, but because he's telling it to people who don't know, it's going to be right.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So we try hard. And again, I'm a fan of it. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of that. So and you know, when I see these people, it's like, look, I got to get your story.
Oh, man.
You know, and then the cameras come out and the conversation starts. And I'm glad that you are.
No, you I was about 15 episodes and it still was more. Come watch our jammies. Me watch, listen to man.
And it's crazy because I was having a conversation with Damian Marley.
Yes, sir.
And we were just having this conversation. And then he says, you know, even what you're doing for the music is a great thing. And I'm thinking that he's speaking sound clash. And then he goes into the interviews and he says, I learned so much from those interviews that I did not know.
Yeah, man.
So I'm starting to realize that the artist them is also watching the interviews and so forth.
I the one with Shabba Bad.
Yes.
When Shabba said, well, are you hear something? I don't know what I'm talking about. See? And I'm like, yo, Shabba, them man there.
Sadly, though, I didn't get to do Frankie Paul.
Oh,
and I wish I was able to get that vibe with Frankie. You know
Our brother, rest in peace for those who aren't aware.
But what you said is very interesting and something that I say here all the time. Like, we got to celebrate the artists while they're alive, the ones who contributed.
Very important.
We got to celebrate them while they're alive.
Yeah, man.
And you know, one of the greatest things about what you guys have been able to do, it's almost because you got the Jimmy Cliffs, right?
Yes.
And you got the Third Worlds and the Inner Circles and so forth, and they're global. They're ginormous in the broader scope of reggae.
Yes.
But for somehow there's been this disconnect with the grassroots. You know what I mean? The Heritage is the only band from that time that kind of has that international audience, but still can connect with the grassroots.
True.
And I think that it's not that people don't love Jimmy Cliff. It's not that people are not proud of him. I just think that he kind of lost the generations based on his marketing and because it's easy to become a superstar but then lose the grassroots.
Right.
Very few people can do both.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
the inner circles and these the third worlds and these guys that we love and the Oswards. It's like once they started out with the grassroots and they got so big and so much people just logged on and supported that. It's kind of like they just faded from existence. They're now super duper stars. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So big up to the heritage that been able to keep that balance where you can go and perform in front of 40,000, white people and Chinese people or whatever it is, and then still come home
and put on the coconut juice.
And we'll see you in the SOBs then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'll see you in other. You understand what I'm saying, Ninja? Yeah. And I think that's important. That whole.
Do you find that when you travel overseas and perform for non-Jamaican, people are more receptive to you than even Jamaican?
Sometimes, not really.
I wouldn't say it's receptive. I think them process music differently. Like Jamaica, you can't blame the people for how them receive the music. From the radio to the mix CDs that them get, because Caribbean people, we don't buy enough, and I want to highlight that. Like, big up Major Hype doing his thing, first Jamaican kid, and I stray because I want to highlight the fact that we don't support each other enough as Caribbean people. Right. This Latin community, I look at them and I applaud them. Mark Anthony, people may think he's not relevant. 7 nights in Madison Square Garden sold out.
7 nights.
Yes.
7 nights in American Airlines Arena sold out. When is a Caribbean or Jamaican artists gonna be able to do that? We're talking about 1 million people every year. Eastern Parkway, the Garden only hosts 18,000.
We're not selling out anything unless we have a crossover audience. We need help. We need help for sell out.
Right? Yeah. No. We as a people,
but we shouldn't.
We have buying power.
Right. I'm not
all my Caribbean people listening. We have buying power. You're talking about $1.29 for a record. $1.29 for a record. $10 for an album, but we go out and buy a mix CD for $5. Now on this mix CD, you hear the song for 1.5 minutes.
Right.
So how you expect the person to know the second verse, the bridge, the third verse at a stage show? And then we say, why Jamaicans or Caribbeans aren't as receptive to the live concerts as Europeans? I don't agree with that. I think we have to change the culture of the presentation of the music to the people. Let's play songs. When you talk about 54-46. You talk about Waiting in Vain. You talk about John Holt, Heptones. These people had songs that their audience knew. It wasn't the first minute and a half.
Right.
The whole song. So, it's 6 or 1/2 a dozen of the other. I ain't going to blame the fans. You know what I mean?
You guys students of those great artists?
100%.
Absolutely.
We didn't have a choice. That's what we got growing up. Our parents every Sunday the rice and peas day, them boss out Kenny Rogers, John Denver, Dolly Parton.
That Kenny, that West, that
Island in the Stream.
And Jamaica know them.
Yeah, we know them songs there,
Yeah.
Country and Western.
Yes.
Yeah, we know them songs there, man.
And then you hear the Paragons,
The jukebox song.
the Heptones,
Yes.
the Dennis Brown, the Freddie McGregor. That's what was given to us. That's what we grew up on. You know what I'm talking about.
I used to grow up on them songs that I'm tired for you them play.
Right.
On Sundays, you want to tell them mother, say, yo, lock off that, man.
And love music.
Yeah.
When them
You wake up and you hear the Kenny Rogers, you know them songs, you're like, yo, what them songs, man? But they grew up and you say.
And Ninja, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Our taste for music has changed.
Right.
Like mine and your generation, this is what our parents was playing for us. What are we playing for our children today?
That's true. You know what?
Don't in your throat.
You know what? I have a question. I want to backtrack for a second.
Come on.
You have a song, one of my favorite songs is called "What's Going On," right? And we're singing about what's playing in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
I think about that now. Do you think that's part of the problem why there is a disconnect because I'm not hearing reggae music in Jamaica?
You're absolutely right. You must be a genius.
Because that
it's not when you go to a dance, no rubber dub. Now, Chin, you're a master of this now because you are the sound system grandmaster. Now, when you talk about you listen to a sound system like a Coxsone in England. When the man there play dub, me not talk about dub play, dub music.
Right.
And you listen to a song where I play in the land of reggae music. You know, go dance and said other than you go to dub club up in the hills, way up in the mountain like some man a hide to play this music, yeah. We up in the hills, up a skyline. Right? Them have to create a place named Dub Club. What? How come it now playing a wedding? And shizzle next Wednesday and Sexy Wednesday and Bad Sunday and Bounty Fridays. And why isn't there's a section where the sound man now play that, and that's it come where the new generation don't know who a Jimmy Cliff is, or they don't know who a Paragons is, or they don't know who a Dennis Brown is,
and they don't know who a Bunny Ruggs is. They don't know who a Bunny Ruggs is from Third World.
So it's education.
Can we educate them a little?
And you know the scarier part of it, they don't care. They just don't care. That's the issue. They don't care.
Our taste.
You have selectors who are coming into music now, and for them, old school maybe Bounty and Beanie, right? Wow. And it stops there. Maybe look at Bujo, Bounty and Beanie. Look at Capitan.
I mean, for them vocalists with Sanchez.
Yes, and it stops there. You know what I mean? It's different. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's a shared blame, though, because
true.
I could bite that. I could swallow that.
We have marketed the music in where the artists such as yourselves become so successful that we tend to reach a point where we say, nah, but I force myself on Jamaica no more. Them now look which part of me there. It's all right. Come here, go on tour, and 20,000 people is gonna come.
True.
So we get to this point where we allow this, lack of appreciation to conquer us, and it turns us into this, frustrated being where we now turn our back on, pounding our legacy into Jamaica. So, and I'm not saying that it's the artist's fault, but there's a reaction to action and a reaction.
True.
But either way, it equates to a bad situation.
True.
So Jimmy Cliff and all of these other superstar artists who can leave Jamaica and tour the world are probably saying, well, me I go perform at Jamaica and get disrespect for. And promoter want to pay me $5,000 when me can go to Africa and tour for five months.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So to hell with Jamaica. And the scary thing is that it is now starting to happen to the dancehall artists.
Yes.
And I don't know if a lot of people are paying attention to that. It is now starting to happen to the dancehall artists where they're starting to realize that, wait, me no need for performing at Jamaica. Me have a couple hot song. People love me. Me can charge at $20 or $15 or $25,000. Me can eat a food and me come home into Jamaica. Me drive 2 pretty car, 2 house. I'm good. So what happens is the kids who are growing up in the Jamaican demographic, right? The ones who need to be taught, that Movado and Cartel wasn't the first rivalry in dancehall.
True.
You know what I mean? Beanie and Bounty was probably the second or the third in line. They will never know that because, the artists have become so big and they have gotten so frustrated with the respect that they're getting or the acknowledgement that they're getting in Jamaica. You know what I mean? So there's two sides to this coin.
So since we have that connection with the international and our Caribbean Jamaican audience, can we pay tribute to another legend, Bunny Ruggs, from the new album Avracadabra?
Let's do that. This
is the voice of Bunny Ruggs from a special place, because this is another exclusive. When you talk about what's new with Morgan Heritage, this is Morgan Heritage and Bunny Ruggs, the lead singer of Third World.
Who's no longer with us.
Who's no longer with us. Some people don't even remember him. And this is one of the things, when we heard it, we was like, let's honor him. Let's honor this man. Because when we hear the song and we hear the voice, and it was, all I guys, play the record, listen to what he's saying.
And we'll come back and talk about the importance of passing this thing on from one generation to the next.
No way that far and near you come from. This time I got everything done.
718-554-8598. Now the chat room wants to know, is there any place that you guys haven't toured that you would like to tour?
South Korea, China, Brazil, Argentina, Cuba.
You said that pretty quick. Like these are things that you think
because
about.
There's not many left. It's true.
There's not much place left, Chin.
India,
yes.
Yeah, it's not that much.
You hear them talking?
Like, come on. There's not much place left. I know them. I know.
It's thing you think about them, Tina, because even making the new album, Avracadabra, you sit down, and even after we win the Grammy, we had to take a year off to say, how you reach the pinnacle of music. What's next? Is either retire or come make some garbage. That's what's going to happen. Or you're going to become repetitive and that album is going to sound next. So we have to sit down and say, what is it that we haven't done? We haven't done a song with Kabaka Pyramid and Drea. We haven't done a song with Mr. Talkbox, a guy that was featured in pop music with Bruno Mars. We haven't did a song with Bunji Garlin represent Trinidad and Tobago to show that Caribbean unity. We haven't done a song with an African artist from Ghana and Nigeria, Chub Rock, which Mojo learned to rap from Chub Rock, from that was the thing.
Oh, wow.
And Cool Mo D and them man there, Big Daddy Kane, and these guys don't even know who those guys is. But that was the challenge to say, let's do something that has never been done before.
Right.
And this Money Rocks track is just one of those tracks.
Phone lines are ringing. Call you live.
Yeah, chill. Johnny Omega from Chicago. Have it locked, yes, I said nothing.
Big up to everybody locked into Chicago.
Chicago. Bless up.
Yeah, man. Grounds, good album. Love it, sir.
Give thanks. Thanks, Papa. Let's show our purchasing power, Caribbean people. Let's get it to number one. Don't make when them come up with a billboard and say, but we had a Jamaican artist not on it. Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
I'll send it on to. Make sure you send it to me and get to play for most of your decision now.
Give thanks, my brother.
Give thanks. Brother. Yes, sir.
Give thanks. 718-554-8598 is that number in studio. Shouts to Lady Treads in the building, right? She says she's doing administrative work today. Call you live.
Yes, man. This is calling from Hartford, you know?
Big up to everybody listening in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yeah, man. Big up Grams Morgan and the family.
Blessed King.
Yeah, man. I hear you touch a topic about honoring the veteran.
Yes.
I keep on saying it. It's not when them dead people are going at the box them for the record and start playing it.
True.
Honor them from now because prime example, Frankie Paul and others that gone before him. You know? You understand? Yeah. So that is my take on that, you know?
Yes.
Give thanks, my brother. 718-554-8598 is the number in studio. Morgan Heritage, of course, is in the building. We're taking you guys up until 10 o'clock with the Heritage family. And good vibes, good music, good vibes, good conversation is what you get when you lock into Sound Chat Radio. Of course, we educate with the conversation and entertain with the music. That is our motto here at Sound Chat Radio. Broadcasting to 29 cities across the world on a Monday. It's not an easy thing, bro.
Global.
Facts. Put a little risk.
We're trying to get that radio Grammy.
Yeah, no. Put a little risk. It's possible.
We're trying to get.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
And being that we are par with the Grammy, you know, the Grammy artists there. Maybe we can't get look a rubber off on we, you know.
Call you live.
How you say, man?
Greetings.
Greetings, my brother. Where you calling from?
Canada, T-Dot, Scully there.
Big up to everybody locked in Canada. Scully, big up yourself, yo.
I hear say, big up Mr. Morgan, Mr. Graham, big up yourself.
Blessed King.
I hear say you want to do a tour with J Island. Good on it. I want your outlook on J Island. Why J Island?
Dre Island is the truth.
Yeah.
Dre Island is the truth. If you listen to him have a tune
I like him.
Yeah, man, him bad. Like some of these artists, they need the exposure, and that's why we try not to become repetitive. We try to bring some fresh blood that just need the platform. Cause them can DJ and sing long time, but they just need the exposure. And once them, did you hear the Kabaka record earlier? That record is Breathe.
Yes,
incredible record. And me I watch him long time and I say, all right, watch what gonna happen. And now, watch the rest of the year. So, Dre Island is just one of those artists that I think is going to be great in the future. I would love to sign him to Cool to the Conscious Music Group too.
I would like to hear a rap song with Kabaka Pyramid and Mojo.
Hold up, Kabaka. Hello, at Kabaka Pyramid. We were at Boomtown. What are you doing, bro? At Kabaka Pyramid. Can somebody make the call?
Call it live.
Yeah, hello. Greetings.
Greetings, my brother. Where you calling from?
I'm from Brooklyn, man.
All right, big up to everybody in Brooklyn.
You know something, brother? No, I grew up with him in the times when he had extraordinary music. I'm talking Third World, I'm talking Steel Pulse and Black Uhuru and these kind of things, you know. And then there's good music, there's very good music, and there's extraordinary music. I'm telling you, man, Morgan Heritage is exceptional, man. The brothers are culturally strong, you know, lyrically pure, you know. The brothers are pure, you know, and they take me on a level that only Third World and Wailers and Pulse could take me, and the brothers I bless them, man. You know, may they always prosper.
Give thanks.
And I'm thankful for your contribution to the world of culture.
Thank you,
know,
brother.
for the inspiration. God bless them, guys.
Every time.
Bless you for
Give
that.
thanks, brother. Let me ask you a question. Like, what doors, if any, do you think Morgan Heritage is responsible for opening?
Live music returning. When we went to Jamaica in a 95 and pack up with things and say, my father say, where I move God Jamaica. First of all, when him start cut down the land out of St. Thomas, them say, which mad rasta that I cut down so much cook on that tree? Because when it was there, it's like, what kind of house you going to build up there? Thank you for my father. Thank you for the vision.
Bigger Papa D.
You know, to see. And when we move to Jamaica, we get grounded, you know. You know, but when you drive on the road and you smell cold doodle, you're going to be like, oh, that smells. And when you get bite by a mosquito, you're going to say, oh, mosquito bite me. Oh, my God. As some youth come from America, I would have said, hold that. I would have said, you smell that. It's a different vibe. So that's what even really prepare for Africa. But is when you talk about the culture, it's like you learn something every day, especially with traveling. When you start traveling to places like Japan, you see how respectable Japanese people is. I love when we play the Blue Note circuit, and we didn't even go with a technician, and the man come with a tape measure and measure the length of the keyboard, the height of the keyboard, and the next day when we rehearsed, we went with Mighty Crown, that show was rehearsal.
Yeah.
And when we got to the stage, the keyboard was set up exactly like how it was in the rehearsal. So, and you see that, when they bow to you and they respect, and then you go to places like New Caledonia, you go to places like Kenya, you have a respect for mankind, you have a respect for culture. And that's one of the biggest things with travel. And that's why the song was named Sila. When we said Sila, there goes the end of an era. No more are we blind to the truth. Because a man have a passport, especially Americans. When you have the opportunity to travel, go and travel. Because a lot of people, they have the opportunity to travel, but still yet, I know people, when we was growing up in Brooklyn, or when we graduated and sitting on the stoop in Brooklyn, Bushy, there were people that live in Brooklyn that never been to Manhattan.
Right.
Crazy.
That's like you in a box. It's like a chicken. Anybody from country in Jamaica know say, you tie up a chicken on the tree with a string. And all when you cut the string and say, go on foul, him still stand up there. Because it's a mental captivity. How can you be in Brooklyn and never been to Manhattan? Or live in Queens and never been to Staten Island? Travel, because it opens your mind. Every part of the earth has a different energy, you know. It's like when you land at Jamaica. God Jamaica for a long time, you're there foreign. It's when you touch a Jamaica, you feel something. Like you say, yo, my glad, and the breeze blow up on your face, what a man manly. That breeze will come over Port Royal. You know that breeze there? Every Jamaican know when that breeze will blow up on your face, you say, yo, Jano, yeah, nice. Jamaica is one of those islands where it's so sweet that I've been to every island, almost every island in the Caribbean, and there's nowhere in the world like Jamaica. It's a very special place.
Being traveled is definitely, someone who travels definitely has a more rounded, understanding, not of only the music, but of life.
Yes, sir.
And as you say, like, going to Japan, for me, was that eye-opener. Mm-hmm. It was that eye-opener to allow me to know how rude I am.
Oh, gosh.
And the culture that we grew up in.
Say that again.
You know what I mean? It allows
you
to know.
And we grow with manners.
Yeah, and we grew with manners.
Yeah, man.
But it lets you know how rude you are. It also allows you to know the lack of respect we have for one another. You know what I mean? I always say this, being with Mighty Crown for 16 plus years, right? We grew up in a culture in which someone has to earn your respect.
Yes, sir.
That's how we grew up. That's how we were taught in our culture. Mm-hmm. You meet a stranger, that stranger has to earn your respect. Mm-hmm. And when he violates your respect, you take when he earns your respect, you give it to him. Mm-hmm. Right? In Japan, it's the opposite. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets your respect, and they have to do something for the respect to be taken away.
Right.
Correct.
Which means, on acquaintance, the respect level is there.
Right.
It's not like us. We say, yo, we can't trust that brother there. No. So it kind of just shows our, the difference in our culture. And you travel to other places and you see it, and and then you can also see the racism too. Because there's another side of it, you know.
Heavy.
There's another side of it because you could be in Europe, and I remember one time, I think maybe Ninja was with us in Japan, where these old ladies, probably about 3.5 feet tall, right? Old ladies, got to be like over 100, and we're walking down Chinatown, and the lady, you know, she's a brave lady. And she comes over to me and she just grabs my locks. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And she has my locks in her hand. And she's talking to me in Japanese. And she's laughing and talking to her friends. But you can see that some look a bottle about it up.
Yeah.
Where our friend, they probably say, I bet you can't go over there go grab that black man. You know what I mean? But it's just different cultures that you have to see. That Morgan Heritage is in the building.
Travel people.
Jamari has something new as well, right?
Yeah, and from the album Transition, it's a song called Try Your Love featuring my father, Grams Morgan. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to hear the story behind the song?
Father and son.
Father and son.
Big.
You want to hear the story, Chip?
Yes, I do.
Exclusive sound chat story. So Jameer is in the basement recording, right? And I'm like, I'm here to read him bad. Big up to Chimney Records. And I say, yo, where Jameer get that rhythm there? And I listen it. And then me hear the chorus. I said, na 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 na. And that was like it was like the B section. And I said, Regina, here's how the chorus that. Me say, sing that again. Until me start singing. Me say, yo, give me a B-side tune. No.
Running for the youth thing.
Running for the youth thing. Because the rhythm was so amazing. It was very soulful. And I said, let's sing a song together.
And it's the first time we collaborated.
And the first time we collaborated.
First time
Have you performed it together yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first time was in, I think, Germany at Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Huge festival. And
I made us walk out.
And every time we perform it, we get cheers from mom. So, yeah.
Did you ever imagine where you are today performing with your dad on stage and touring with your family?
No, I remember the first time I even performed in Europe was in my first time ever performing was in front of 50,000 people.
Wow.
In Belgium.
Why, look, you're sitting. Why,
so, yeah, just to see from 5 years ago, I think 5 or 6 years ago, I don't think I seen myself where I am today.
Wow.
Or even performing on the stages that I have performed on with the family. So.
How was your musical relationship with your grandfather?
It's great. Him cuss me all the time and said, you don't post me thing, boy. You don't post my video.
Social media going.
Yeah. But he's well into the social media and he gets it. You know what I mean? He's like my uncles. He gets the social media and he gets that branding is the most important thing with music. So.
And you know the funny thing is, before we get to this track, your dad was supposed to be here last week.
Oh, what? He got a new album out too.
We arranged an interview with him. I was looking so forward for it, and it just didn't get to happen. So I'm hoping that you know give him that call.
Yeah, man. Come talk.
You need to come in because we need to find out get the story of where it started. You know what I mean?
You're gonna enjoy that one.
Where it started because he's responsible.
You've never done an interview with Papa D before?
Never.
Oh,
you're in for an experience.
You're gonna take you back from the anciency right up to 2017.
Dada Simeon.
Yeah, man. See, only people like you know them names. Everybody's like Denroy Morgan and Mr. Daddy Morgan or Daddy Heritage or
Mr. Aldwin
Ross Denroy. He's gonna be in town Tuesday. Matter of fact, both of us we have our album release on Tuesday tomorrow night.
Where?
In Harlem.
At the Mist. In Harlem.
So when were you gonna?
The nice part of Harlem. And guess what? All our sound chat listeners are invited. Everybody. Just come
early. The space
Just come.
Is small.
Yeah, it's very small.
The phone lines are blazing right now, but you got to get this out. Where?
The Mist Harlem, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. The Mist Harlem is a place on 116 over there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Or go to our Instagram at Morgan Heritage, or our Twitter at Morgan Heritage, and follow us. And I think irisandchin.com is probably going to post it.
I'm going to come.
Yes,
it's 46 116th Street in Harlem. It's definitely something not to be missed. Intimate. It's going to be a little Q&A talking about different aspects of the industry and, you know, where we're going with our career and how this album was created, taking you on a small journey through the album. And we're going to do a small performance at the end. So come down. enjoy some Red Stripe. Big up Red Stripe for coming on board, making this thing free for everybody.
We can probably all after the album release party, we can probably go over and see my dad. My father, Big Ahieshan, Ivad, Yami Bula is performing down the street, up in Bleecker. So we uptown, them downtown.
Not too far.
Yeah.
Big night tomorrow night for the Heritage family.
It's a reggae night.
Jamiri, talk to me about this new track.
Yeah, this one is entitled Try Ja Love. It's one of the leading singles off the album featuring my father, Gramps Morgan. And everyone, if you have bad mind in your heart, or you're lost, or you don't know where to go in life, just try Ja Love.
Father and son, ninja.
After Ram Simpson a try a thing, running for him song,
jumping for the rhythm,
and said try Ja Love. Song bad still, but me know Jeremy I said, boy, you know that me alone should sing a song still.
Yeah, ninja, I think dub plate.
Well, I have the dub plate already, I have the dub plate for you guys.
You have the dub plate?
Yeah, so you buy it tonight.
Hold on. Where you say? Talk to your father. You have what?
I have the dub plate.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside joke.
That's a family thing. Keep it in the family. Keep it in the family.
Now, we heard Jamiri. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
We've heard Mojo.
Yes, sir.
Gramps. We got about 3 minutes left on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we hardly get a chance to hear you sing lead.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because that's just not what you do in the band.
No, that's not my day job.
But you kind of did like a little moonlighting for a couple of years.
Yes.
Can you take us out with one of your favorite songs? Your Gramps
something for the ladies.
Song.
It's that time of night, please.
From my solo years, or
from your solo years.
Wash the Tears is that song
for the ladies, please.
This is for ladies too. They're going through some hard times. If I say lady when she's on a flight and she's like, my God, the plane I got dropped down. So it's a song of comfort, a song of joy. I wrote this about my mother, her passing away from cancer. Shout out to everybody that lost somebody that passed away from cancer. We will continue to punch cancer, and I'm fierce until we solve the solution. So this one is called Wash the Tears, exclusively Sound Chat Radio. Boom.
Let's go. You got to sing it.
Oh, I thought.
No, we want you to sing it.
Rhythm.
No.
Okay. We shall be all right. Yeah. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Yeah. 'Cause Jah shall wash away all the tears from your eyes. In times when the storms and the tides are raging high, we know we shall win, yeah. We know we'll survive, yeah. Jah shall wash away all the tears. We shall be all right.
Make sure you get the album, people.
She is mine, one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my lady for no one. She is mine. Watch it tonight. Hey, this is a girl song, man. I gotta go home by myself in the hotel tonight.
It's all right. I'm here at the table now.
Oh, she's here.
I'm at the table now.
I found treasure.
Well, it is that time of night. Ladies and gentlemen.
I had to take Drew's chair.
We found treasure.
Hey.
She's been doing her social media thing.
I was definitely working the Sound Chat social media.
718-554-8598. Always a pleasure when Morgan Heritage stops through the studio. And they've been here from about 8 o'clock, and we've been vibing. So those of you who didn't get to hear what happened earlier in the show, tonight, early tomorrow, you guys can log on to irishandchin.com and get the whole gist of the conversation that took place. But we got some more conversation to have with Morgan Heritage. Not only are we talking about the brand new album,
Abracadabra.
And what does it mean?
Create what you speak. You make your own destiny.
Create what you speak, you make your own destiny. Now, for the whole entire night, we've been going through tracks of the album, and the album is great.
Thank you, sir.
Nice vibes. You know,
Thank you, sir.
you have a collaboration with Bunny Ruggs.
Yep.
The late great.
Yep.
There's also Dre Island and Kabaka Pyramid.
Yes, sir.
There's one on there with Stephen Marley and Ziggy Marley.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know what I mean? There's a massive one on there with Chubb Rock and Stylo G
and Timaya and Stoneboy and Bungie Garlin.
Yes. So those of you, again, we're going to play back some of the tracks. We can't play all of them, of course, but those of you who are just tuning into 93.5, you missed some great conversation. I urge you that, you know, on Mondays, log on to irishandchin.com and get some of the action before we get on to 93.5 at 10 o'clock. The phone lines are blazing, of course. Morgan Heritage is in the building.
Yes,
I want to get into a social topic. These individuals have, you know, been trotting through the journey of music for a very, very long time. Their father, Delroy Morgan, has, you know, still holds one of the biggest records.
Yes. Yes, still to this day.
What would we call that? We wouldn't call that reggae. What is that?
It was a disco song.
Disco.
It was a disco song. That's why a lot of people said to Morgan, you don't know how come I never got disco. Because born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, but still yet you turn into a reggae band. So when you hear Morgan Heritage music, you're going to hear influence of where we grew up. You're going to hear a little bit of rock. You're going to hear a little bit of gospel, a little bit of hip-hop, R&B, and, of course, reggae music, because that's the base of the rice and peas. Coconut juice, scallion, onion, thyme. You understand? But some people use jasmine rice. Some people use brown rice. Not you.
Yeah, true.
So our recipe is just that, because we're like a melting pot reggae band from New York City.
Traveling the world, of course, and making the music proud for many years. Not only just now, but from the tender age.
Yeah.
How old were you guys when you started, you know, the band? And
we was playing the library around 8 years old. 9.
Yeah, we're different ages. I was on stage with my dad since I was 4 on the cover of Jet Magazine. Jet Magazine, for those who don't know, was like the vibe, our source magazine.
But
it was
Mojo,
the premier black entertainment
I'm gonna let
magazine.
the cat out the bag.
I was going to say, go ahead, tell him.
Mojo was the first child of Denver Morgan. We're boss. We're gone international. He was on Jet Magazine that it said father and son.
Like
so my
father,
uncle
like
Mikey, you know what he used to call him? The soup. True story.
Everybody him look a superstar.
Yeah, so Mojo was like, Jet Magazine, we need to
Jet Magazine was the small magazines.
Yes.
Right? And they came out monthly. You guys
Go
remember
ahead,
that?
continue and tell more about the Jet Magazine. Go ahead, Chin.
They were the small magazines.
That you open to the middle of the book so you can
to see the pretty ladies.
Mhm. There you go. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jamari Morgan is in the building. He knows nothing about what we're talking
that.
about.
No.
Nothing.
We grew up on Source Magazine and double like
Jet Magazine.
Those were the days, man, to show you how long your musical journey is coming
Yeah,
from.
man, Mojo was the man. He was dancing. How it started was in rehearsal, because he was too young. I remember. Let me tell your story, Mojo. We was in rehearsal. My father was in rehearsal, and Mojo just couldn't stand still. He was like, just like him, like he was boxing like Muhammad Ali, and he wouldn't stop. It just man, it gave me goosebumps.
The music
from that time, and then it was just that energy when you see him a dance and a move, and then it got to a point where the musician them said, "Dread, carry him on tour, man." Kushites on him, and I said, "Pure Rasta man at the band." Time my father toured Frankie Beverly and Mears and Curtis Blow and with the tour bus used to pull up right on Carnelia Street, and I said, "Dread, me could carry him." And my father go at Delancey Street, right at Delancey Street.
Remember Delancey Street?
Everybody shopped there to get the sheepskin.
Yes.
At a good
and
discount
the goose down.
price.
Remember the goose down? And Mojo got a blue turquoise suit, a turquoise blue suit, and the rest was history. And he ended up on Jet Magazine, like father, like son. History.
It's been a long time, people, a long journey, and now you guys, Morgan Heritage is now like the first family of the music, as many people say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
well, the first family was the Marley family.
But you guys get that as well. Don't they give you the same title?
Yeah. Many people call us the royal family of
The
reggae
royal
music.
family.
Yeah, but that name was given to us 1992. We was in a press conference in Joktar Hotel, and a lady jumped up. We had a press conference, and she jumped up out of her seat and said, "Royal family of reggae." It was like, what? Wait a minute.
And it stuck.
And that was it. We never called ourselves royal. It was like, come on, we just 12 tribe, long live the prophet. Yeah, know?
718-554-8598. Morgan Heritage is in the building. Jano. The album is exciting, man.
Yes.
Takes you through this emotional roller coaster, this vibe. It's an exciting album, people. Morgan Heritage, of course, support. They didn't let you down with the last album and went straight to the Grammy stage.
Yes, sir.
Now,
God bless.
thank you guys so much for passing through and vibing with us for so long.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Thank you.
What did we do? Like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Journalistic integrity.
Thank you.
This man is we grew up together as kids. For y'all don't know, the 12 Tribes of Israel organization down the road, Farmers Boulevard, and to see him perfecting his craft, you know, and how we perfecting our craft, and now we're meeting up down the road, complimenting each other. Him as a radio man, us as the artists. It's a beautiful thing, man. Supporting each other in the community, very important. Caribbean people, African people. Let's show our buying power 2017 and beyond.
As you said that, Moja, the statistic, because we talk about sticking together and supporting each other. On the Parkway, Labor Day Parkway, 1 million people is out there. If 10% of those people go out and support and buy reggae, dancehall, soca, calypso music, 10%. That's 100,000 records.
It can make a difference.
It can make a difference, but nobody wants to buy records. And then when you see Joss Stone get the best-selling reggae artist because she put out a reggae album, we get mad and everybody have vomit. So we need to support the artists. Them stop by the local burn CD them and the $5. Go out, set up an iTunes account. You can set up a debit card. We need to start to use technology to show our buying power. Because I was watching this thing and they're saying that the black community in the United States has over, what's it like, $14 billion worth of purchasing power. But we spend it in the wrong places. We're not spending the money in our communities. So I'm referring to just Caribbean people. 1 million people on the Parkway. If 10% buy the brand new Morgan Heritage album, available on Amazon, VP Records,
Play Store,
Spotify, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal.
Pandora,
10%, we would sell 100,000 records.
And that would be a great thing.
Wouldn't that be?
It's beautiful for the music.
People, those of you who are out there, you know, listen to what he said. It makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Let's support not only Morgans, but everybody. Let's support the music.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Properly. Like how you stepped up your game. Like we try to step up our game. The consumers, our fans, step up your game.
718-554-8598 is the number that you have to have locked into your phone in order to be part of the family here. It is actually your membership. It's your pass.
Yeah, man.
You need that number to be in your phone. 718-554-8598. It's a pleasure having the Morgans in. And remember, gonna rub this one in.
Yes.
The last time we sat down and had a vibe about a whole album for 3 hours, won a Grammy. Just saying.
Oh. Wow.
Just saying.
Yo, all me I said that Grammy and mama name on a Grammy. Last Grammy chin with a name on a Grammy, you know.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? And big up, of course, to the whole Sound Chat team, because it's never a one-man show here.
Absolutely.
Of course, Ninja Crown, Drew, Treasure, Yush. We prepare and we keep this thing on a level of where we need it to be. And all we're saying this time is that, you know, the last time, it was Peter who opened his mouth and was like, "Oh, we're gonna bring the Grammy and put it right here."
Yeah, man, that's
I'm knowing us to the Grammy, put it right here. So we're saying this time around.
Please.
So this time around,
You got it.
Please bring the Grammy.
You know, if you do the repeat,
yes,
you know, we would like to at least see it. You know,
Lot
maybe be
of
able to.
press.
You know what I mean?
You got it.
Please,
You got
please.
yourself a deal.
Please.
we're just trying to make good music, Chin.
Understand.
Ninja,
Please.
Treasure, Yush, Drew. Come on, man.
If I have now one picture with the Grammy, I want to pose with it, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Please.
sir.
So, and again, man, you know, give thanks because,
Yes.
and I want to say this before you guys ran out because it meant a lot to us here at Sound Chat Radio to be able to get that exclusive from the Grammys.
Yes, sir.
So not only did you guys give us the exclusive unveiling of the actual album, that a year later it won a Grammy, right?
Yes.
I called Luke's. He answered his phone and was like, "Chin, with that the Grammys." Me said, "Me know me here, so no win. Me need to talk to you now."
I remember that.
He said, "All right, I'm gonna go get Gramps.
Yeah.
Just call me right back."
Yes.
And live from the Grammys on Sound Chat Radio, We spoke to the Grammy Award winner.
History.
Grams was like, yo, Chin, me can't talk too long.
Yes.
It's overbearing.
Come on.
Whole heap of knives in the background.
And a lot of people didn't know that them things say I won Grammy and we have to all share it like a piece of bammy, but we all all 5 members got one.
And you know why I gotta say thank you is because some artists just wouldn't take the call.
No.
Yeah.
Some artists would not take the call from the Grammy. Without for wait 3 weeks, forget a local 5 minutes. You know, because my Grammy winner.
Me shock when Luke.
What would we be without the Soundchat family? Come on.
But you guys took it, man. So thank you so much. And before you go, pick one more song from the album as your last song of the night.
This album is about feeling good. A lot of Morgan Heritage album, we stress on the issues, you know, the power locking off in Jamaica and all these things, and different issues within society, which we applaud you for bringing up and bringing awareness to those issues. But this time around, we just wanted to have a good time, make feel good music, and still address some of those issues here and there. But the album is just a feel good album, taking us into a new era of our career. So we want the global remix of Reggae Night featuring Chub Rock, Timaya, Stoneboy, Stylo G, Jail, Bungie Garland, Dre Zion. We're doing it Soundchat style. We're doing it big. We're doing it Mighty Crown style. We're doing it Irie Jam style.
As Ninja said, this is like this is a big song.
That's like expensive.
Big money song.
Expensive song, this song.
Now, before we play that song, gotta talk to Jamiri Morgan.
Yeah.
Just for him to tell his fans, because it's the next generation of the Morgan heritage, right?
And there's a lot more. I just want to say that for the record. You got Mojo's son we took it in the film first two already. And now we kind of, Mojo pulled him back. His name is Eshtamon. Nice little young Rasio.
I think we'll bring him out to the park for that.
Yeah, we're going to bring him probably to the Jerk Festival.
So the kids are getting into the music.
Yeah, Mojo's son, Bad Pan Guitar. He's going to school now for music. Peter have a daughter named Imuna. Then my next brother have a youth where he's a rapper named Kowa. His name Kowak is his real name. You hear them name some ancient but you know how we do already, Rasta them.
Eshtamo.
And so you got Eshtamo, Imuna, and you got King Kowa, and you have my younger brother, him call himself MJ Morgan. I think he's following you guys all the time, but he's young. He used to tour with Morgan Heritage as a stage tech, and now I'm turned artist. So shout out to all of them, the next generation. They coming. We're gonna get them up here.
The legacy's continuing.
Yeah, they coming
as it should.
Them man got tired, we see with fears.
Yeah, it's a bunch of us.
How was it, Jamiri?
It's a joy, man. I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot, and I'm in a great place in my life.
Great place on the road touring. Have you been on this extensive tour that they're talking about? Have you been touring with them?
I go everywhere with them. I'm grateful for
opening songs.
Yeah, them sleeping at the hotel bed. I'm sleeping on the ground. And,
he's promoting transitions.
Gotta earn your way to the bed, man.
Definitely. But I'm enjoying it. I put out my first album, my debut album, Transition. If those, go get it on iTunes right now, Spotify, Amazon. It's available. I support streaming as well, but go out and buy the album, because we spend a lot of money on it and we work hard on it. But
it's a nice album.
Yeah,
it's a great album. Earlier we played a track
exceptional
where Gramps kind of ran in on his son's song.
It
came out really well. Wicked song.
Yeah.
And this is the title track of the album before we close out with the big song from Morgan Heritage. I just want you guys to get a couple seconds of this. It's called Transition. It is a song that's meaningful to me. Those of you who are going through these obstacles, look at it and say it's really not a problem. It's just a transition that you have to go through to get where you need to go in life. It's just another day.